Alright, today we're starting near Killington's Peak at the Canyon Quad, and we're going to go all the way down to the Ramshead Base. And I know we're not starting at the highest skiable point at Killington Mountain, but I already made a video about that, and I'll link it in the description if you want to check that out as well. The first trail we hopped on was Ridge Run, which is a black diamond, and if you know anything about Killington Ski Resort, you know that almost all the black diamonds are full of moguls, so be prepared for that. One thing I love about Killington's trails is how beautiful they are. Look at all these snow-covered trees out here. It just makes the entire atmosphere amazing. And not only is it gorgeous, but I also had almost this whole trail to myself, which is awesome at such a popular ski resort like Killington. And Killington is such a big ski resort that you can never really ride all the trails without numerous days out there. So I am very much still exploring the trails around me, taking my time, looking for offshoots in the glades, and really still exploring these trails. Now, as far as where we are on the map, we are coming toward the end of Ridge Run and going into the blue run of Great Northern. So as we make our way over towards Snowdon Mountain, there's going to be tons of different blue and black trails to explore and really choose at random, which is so much fun. Not to forget, one of my favorite parts about big ski resorts like this is they create and get enough natural snowfall to where you can really explore the mountain. Whether you're just creating your own glade trails, zigzagging through some of the trees that are near the edges of the slopes, or really just whatever you feel like, it is an awesome time. And if you didn't know this already, Killington is nicknamed the Beast in the East because it's such a big mountain. So even when you're doing a top to bottom run that's not all the way from Killington's Peak, it's still going to be a couple miles. We're still cruising down Great Northern. It is a blue run, but as you saw, there are some flat sections where you can lose all your speed. So don't be like me, maintain your speed through those flat sections and you'll have a way faster time. I will say this blue rated run was a lot flatter than I was expecting. It almost acts as a nice little road to choose between different trails. And it's a nice way to link Killington over to Ramshead. But it's nice to know that there are some blue runs at Killington that are pretty mild and great for kids or those who are still learning. Alright, now that I'm over at Snowdon Mountain, there's a couple of cool tunnels to go through if you stay on Great Northern. So make sure you're aware of that, and if there's people that have fallen in there, you avoid them. Because some of the snow can be a little catchy when you go through the tunnels, just be careful. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but something about going through a tunnel just seems really cool. It's almost like a park feature that's on the easier side. Let me know what you think about tunnels on the mountain, and if you like them or not. Yeah, I don't know why I like them, but they're just fun to ride through. Maybe it's because it's an extra feature, maybe because it switches it up. Maybe that's why I like the glade so much, but it also decreases congestion at those trail intersections, which is really nice. So here's the second tunnel that I was talking about, and if you keep an eye on the left, there's actually someone who's fallen in there, and you really can't see until you're right up on them. And that's why you want to be really cautious when you're going through these tunnels so you don't crash into somebody else. So just for reference, we're about 1.5 miles in on where we started from this slope, and we still gotta make our way over to the Ramshead Base from Snowdon. So these trails can be really long and lengthy, which will be a nice thigh burner, but also give you a good length of riding before you have to get back on a lift. And as a snowboarder who really started off in the mid-Atlantic region, these longer runs can be really exhausting, but also really fun and push your endurance and skills. So if you've ridden at Killington or you're planning to this season, and you're looking for a nice flowy long groomer that's about green to blue rated, check out the Great Northern Trail. And if you stay on this trail long enough, you'll see gorgeous views of the slopes in the distance, less people on this run, and a unique surprise at the end when you get to Ramshead. What better way to end a long, flowy groomer than having a nice little park at the end? So fun, you got some boxes, some small jumps, and some rails to check out and ride. Unfortunately, I lost all my speed, so I couldn't really hit any of the features, but I had a great time exploring this trail and really just enjoying the exploration of this side of Killington. Let me know in the comments your favorite trails at Killington Mountain, if you've been, or if you haven't been, what you'd like to ride. And if you're interested in checking out the highest peak that Killington has to offer, check out this video right here.